Hey guys, I'm Nicole and I am this week's Photographer Friday at Girls Behind the Rock Show. So I figured I would give you guys a glimpse into all of the equipment that I have and I use. So let's get into it. So this is the messenger style side bag that I have. It's a Canon brand bag from the 80s. I got this off of eBay. I take this to smaller shows, maybe like 200 cap rooms, to club shows where I don't want to have a backpack on me. I think backpacks are kind of wild to have on you when you're trying to cut through a crowd at a concert. So this is the backpack that I use for travel and festivals. This was super handy at So What Music Festival last year. Also, traveling on Warped, it was really handy to have all my stuff in here. It holds a laptop, 2 camera bodies, up to 5 lenses. I love this thing and it was 30 bucks. Moving on to the more intriguing portion of this video, which are camera bodies and lenses. So I have 3 camera bodies. The first one and my primary body being this one, which is the Canon 60. It is a full frame camera. The selling feature on this was that it was a full frame camera and it's Wi-Fi compatible, which means you can sync your phone and your camera and instantly upload to Instagram, do whatever you want with it. I thought it was a really cool feature. The second camera body that I have is my original camera body that I first started shooting shows with. It is a Canon 20D. Yes, a 20D. Like, a lot of people ask me if this is a film camera. It's not. It's a digital camera, and yeah, this got me through, I think, 3 to 5 years of shooting. The next camera body I cannot show you because I'm currently filming this video on it, but it is a mirrorless camera. I really like mirrorless cameras. I think they're handy, and the mirrorless camera that I have is the Sony NEX3. Super cheap on Amazon. If you buy it, whether you buy it used or you buy it new, super handy. It's really lightweight. It does 720 HD video. And I think it weighs it's definitely under like half a pound, so be of mind. Moving on to lenses. So I have 4 lenses in my bag that I use. The primary lens that I use is currently on my 60, which is the 50mm 1.4 STM. This is great for video. It focuses so silently. It's a little bit more expensive than the standard Nifty 50. It's like $125 versus $98, but it's worth it. The build quality is a lot better, and like I said, it's super great. It's great for video, and it's virtually silent when you're focusing. It also has a low aperture, which is great for shooting concerts as well. And a huge selling feature of the lens for me was that it's $125 and great for concerts. The next lens is the most recent addition to my collection, and I was so happy to get this lens, and it's the Tokina 16 to 28mm wide angle f2.8, which f2.8 essentially means that it's a larger aperture, so it's a wide angle lens with a huge wide open aperture. It is my favorite lens in my bag right now, and if you're looking for a wide angle that's affordable, I would definitely get this. The only downside is that it's heavy, but that really never stopped me. Next lens that I'm going to talk about is the Canon 28mm f1.8. This lens, I love this lens. I'm not sure if they make it anymore. They might have an updated version, but this is the ancient version. This is the USM version, and this lens is actually kind of broken. I'm going to zoom in. Hopefully you can see. It's kind of broken. You can separate it and do this. But what I learned about that is it also doubles as a tilt shift lens. If you do it correctly, that's part of the reason why I haven't gotten it repaired. Secondly, I don't have insurance or the warranty, and it would be rather expensive to get it fixed. The last lens that I'm going to talk about is my telephoto lens, which is the Canon 75 to 300. A lot of people who shoot shows, they don't really have telephotos. They mainly will shoot with prime, which is fine. I shot prime only for a really, really long time. But this is so handy at festivals and at shows where you want to get out of the pit, but you still want to get really good portrait shots. And I love doing onstage portraiture a lot, so this comes in handy, and I love it. A lot of my favorite shots were taken with this from a distance. This is also a very, very affordable lens. This was I think $83 on Amazon. So if you could get one and you don't have a telephoto in your kit, I recommend getting this. You don't need the $5,000 L lens version. Now moving on to kind of things that are not necessary, things that are a little bit out of the ordinary that I have in my arsenal. So first thing that I'm going to talk about are what is currently illuminating me, which are two softboxes. I have two softboxes that I use for video shoots or even portrait shoots a lot of the time. A lot of people will prefer to have softboxes lighting them than natural light sometimes, or some people even want it as a nice filler. So they're really handy to have. They're really affordable as well. They were $50 for the set. All you have to do is buy light bulbs and have electricity. I think it's a steal. The next strange anomaly in my kit would be this 600 Polaroid camera. My mom actually got this at a thrift store a couple years ago, and we did not know if they worked. So we tested one out. You can actually buy film for these now through the Impossible company. They sell it at Urban Outfitters for around 20 bucks or 30 bucks depending on which one you go to. But yeah, it's an instant film camera. I like using this at random. The film is really expensive, so I don't like to use it all the time, but when I do, I like to make it count. The next thing I'm going to talk about is this prism. So I don't know if you watching this are familiar with prisms, but prisms are a glass or plastic reflective surface that you put in front of your camera. Hopefully it'll do it. And you get cool effects, like so. And I'm a huge fan of prisms. I haven't been using them frequently as of late because I feel like I heavily abused the prism back in 2014. I always keep it in my bag, whether I use it or I don't. It's always a fun thing to use. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this video, I feel like I've gone on and on about gear when all you need to know is what type of camera I use, are tripods. So I have 3 tripods, and you're probably wondering, why do you need 3 tripods? Like, who are you? What do you do? And I have 3 tripods mainly because I kept buying really inexpensive tripods, or I would lose the plates or the legs would break, and I just have 3 now just in case one breaks. But my pride and joy for tripods has to be what I recently acquired in January, which is this heavy Manfrotto tripod that I use for video work. Attached to it are 2 fluid heads, one here and one here, and then this is a newer slider. So this was really great for if you ever want to do any type of short film, music video, real estate type of videography. It will save your life. You'll get incredible angles and really great and really fluid movements. This was pricey, but it was a worthwhile investment because I plan on doing a lot of short films this upcoming year. Alright, so that is it for a walk through my gear. I hope you enjoyed, possibly learned something. If you want to get in contact with me, all my social media is Nicole J. Stephens. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. But until next time, I will see you guys later.